Hey y'all, welcome back to Chat with Coach Amy, also known as today's episode. Me, myself, and Darlene. Hey, Darlene.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning,
morning.
everybody.
If you're watching on
How
the
are
YouTubes, I have a new look.
you? Oh, it's beautiful.
If you're not watching on the YouTubes, you should, because you can see the new look. Very excited about this.
It looks so good. It
It
looks
does.
so good.
Guess what? Just hit 251 in 100 strong.
Oh my goodness.
Now look, girls, 100 strong. We'll talk about it probably.
Yeah.
We had 1,300 last year. Y'all need to get it together and get signed up. Okay? I'm not going to say it again. That's a lie.
Isn't it so funny? Because we get so, like, it's exciting that first day, like how many signed up.
Yep.
I forget like what last year. And it's like, oh my word, we had that many last year.
We did.
That's, yeah.
But you can sign up until it starts, which is September 23rd. So you don't have all the time in the world, but you do have 24 days.
Few minutes. Yeah. Few
It's
minutes.
fine. But let's just do
Yeah.
it. Let's do it now.
Yeah.
So, don't say, oh, I'll click it later. You're not.
Yeah.
You have to do things while you're thinking about them. That is what I do.
100%.
Got to do them while you're thinking about them, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you have my shirt on too. It's just
I know. I was like, I don't think you can see it though.
weird.
Let's see if I can adjust.
Yes, so pretty. I should have worn mine like that. I think mine's dirty, so I wore it the other day.
Yeah.
Anyway, good morning.
Good morning.
How is
I'm
it
so
going?
excited to be here this morning. This is exciting. It's good. It's good. We're going to have we're going to kind of be all over the place, I think.
That's great.
It's
Why
going to
not?
be, yeah, it is.
Just like a normal
Good.
conversation between us.
It's going to be fantastic. So, you posted something out on the social to see if anyone had anything,
Yep.
and people asked some questions.
Let's go.
So we're going to touch on those. Let's do it. Okay. So, and we're not going to do names just for the sake of that, but I'm sure you'll know if your question's asked. Okay. So let's start with, how did you and Darlene meet?
We've never met.
This is it.
I ain't never met. I've never touched her in real life, ever.
So crazy, isn't it? So funny.
No one will support you better than a person you met online.
Mm-hmm.
Just say it. I'm fixing to prop up. Is that all right?
There, get comfortable.
My feet up.
Oh, goodness. So do you want to go or do you want me to go first?
You go ahead.
Okay. So now I'm going to have to try to figure out what year it was. My husband was deploying.
2021.
That's right. Because that's when Mighty Networks.
Mighty Networks started 2022, very beginning.
Right.
But you have to tell
so
me.
21.
It had to be 2021.
Yep. And so he was getting ready to deploy. And I had been it's so funny because when I hear people say this, I was like, yeah, that was me. So somehow, of course, that somehow Coach Amy popped up on my YouTube feed. And it was a cooking video. Now, mind you, I never looked up Trim Healthy on YouTube, ever. Never. Yeah, it never was something that, well, I don't know how much was out there even. So, but somehow she pops up on my YouTube feed. And oh my goodness, it was so fun. I don't remember the exact video. I wish I did, but it was one of the original cooking videos. And it was so sweet. It was so sweet. And it was so fun. And of course, I absolutely adore your accent. So I was like, this is so
What's
fun.
not to love, sounding just like cornbread all the time.
So I started watching them, and to the point to where my husband was like, what are you doing? What is this? And so I started checking out like the website, trying to see what's going on, what you were doing. And at that point, you were doing Facebook. That's what your groups were. Your group coaching was Facebook. And so I'm not on the social media. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, it's not time for me to do something like this. But I have been doing THM for quite some time. So, and I've known about it, the big book with the baby, all the things. So I thought, well, this would be a really good time though, with my husband leaving, just to have something a little bit for myself that was a little bit of a side focus. I knew I'd have my hands full and be busy with my husband gone, but I thought this would help me to kind of just a little bit divert my own self.
Mhm.
So I looked into it and she had her one-on-one coaching available though. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I reached out. Yeah. And she wasn't sure she would be able to take me. It was right before November session. I think it was right before that because he left in November. Yeah, that sounds right. And so you were full then. And so I was like, okay. And we had our discovery call. And I remember not talking, I don't think anything really healthy. Like a little bit, but not, And so I just kind of told you where I was at and what was going on. And so you actually said you would get back to me if you had an opening come up in January, but you even weren't sure if you would in January, but you did. You called me and you were like, or you emailed me and you said, I do. I have an opening in January. And I was like, taking it, give it to me. And so that's how we met ultimately through the internet was that way. So for me, it was YouTube. God sent Coach Amy to me through a YouTube video. I really
Oh,
need to look.
bless them YouTube videos. God bless them.
And people still watch them. They're
Oh
so
no.
great.
And I'm like,
They,
oh well, I'm better now.
oh, but it worked out so well. And it was just that you were starting right then to start make changes. And it really ended up
I
being
had to get off the
amazing because
Facebook.
yeah. And
Mm.
so I thought it was for me, I thought it was amazing because then I was able to, you had started up in Mighty Networks and then I was able to join group too. And and so it was awesome. So that's how we originally met.
How we met.
Yes, through coaching.
Yep.
It's been fantastic.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's good. I love that story.
Yeah, it's fun. I like
Maybe one day I'll see you in real life,
it. I know. I'm telling you, I want
right?
to. Yep. Yep.
I do a get together every year for I call it my coach anniversary. Now I feel more like I'm celebrating owning my own business more than just being a coach. To me, it's I own my own business and it's successful and I'm celebrating that sucker. And so
Yeah.
I sent her the invitation to the little thing that I'm doing and I went, I know you can't come, but you're still invited.
I know. Oh, and it makes me feel so special. I'm so glad you do that. Seriously. Keep sending me those because I don't really do the left out thing. It's more of it's precious those moments that you're having. So I feel like I'm included.
The people
Just from
at the conference, they were like, where's Darlene? And I'm like, yeah, y'all, that girl ain't coming to Nashville. I don't know. No. Oh my
oh,
God.
that would be so amazing. One day, I'm telling you, one day it's gonna happen. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so that's how we met.
Ain't it?
Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna go to let's do a couple of these exercise ones first. So someone asked or no, do you follow a weightlifting plan?
No, man. I walk up into the CrossFit and I look on the board and I do what the class is doing from what the people the night before wrote on the board. That's what I do.
Yep, there we go. And what's great is that rolls right into the next one is because CrossFit's intense. I mean,
Yeah.
I have not personally done it, but I
I
have
will
seen,
say though, I've been doing it for 8 years, consistent.
right? And so you're used to that routine of going in and
Yeah.
them having it for you.
Yeah.
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 And I think that helps a lot of people too. I think some people need to be told. I feel like I'm one of those people
Oh
that
my
does
gosh.
better.
They tell me what to do. When I go with
Yes.
Wes once in a while to his gym, I'm like, you're going to tell me what to do, right?
Right.
Please. And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, I will. You
It
need to do
takes that freedom, the brain space out of it.
I make so
Yeah.
many decisions for so many other things. I don't want to decide that. No,
Yeah.
thanks.
And that's perfect because it works out to where you don't have to.
Nope.
You don't have to.
Yep.
So since you've done it for that long, what would you say to the women who ask about bulking up with fitness, with weightlifting and weight training? I can't get that out of my head, the little girl.
So this is the backstory of this. So I posted my snack yesterday on my stories, and I just said, ask me a question, because that's a little thing on stories. And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? We'll put that out there for a day or two. Because stories go away and that will go away and it won't be a thing anymore. It's fine. And so I posted that, and then I came back to work. I don't even know what I did yesterday. No, I had my snack, and then I was doing house things. Anyhow, so I come back later last night, and I was like, oh, people actually ask questions, because half the time it's crickets. Post on your story, short form content, get on Instagram, get more followers, and it's cricket. It's exhausting being an influencer or whatever the heck I'm supposed to be. So anyway, they shooed the crickets out and they actually asked these questions. So that's exciting. But anyway, I had in the meantime shared a reel from someone else. And it said, when you hear people say they're not going to work out because they don't want to bulk up. And it's this little girl just going, just like rolling her eyes and like, oh my goodness. That's how I feel. And I do hear it. It's a huge misconception, in my opinion. Are there women that lift weights and will bulk up? Yes, but they are having so much protein. Like, they're doing it on purpose. It's not an accident.
No, 100%.
And so I am having 20 to 30 grams of protein 4 times a day. I go to CrossFit 2 to 3 times a week. Sometimes I go with Wes and do some different little things, but I'm not pumping iron for 4 hours every day. I would say that's what those people that bulk up do.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm bulky.
No,
Some
not at
people
all.
might think I am. I don't think I am. If anything's bulky, it's my quads. God love them. But that's what I think.
Yeah, I think that too. We were talking about it the other day. The same idea is that I think these women, when we get that idea, like you're right, it's, probably 7 days a week, super strict cutting, lifting like crazy, probably more than like an hour, 3 times a week. Like
Oh,
that's not a,
no.
yeah,
Apparently it's not going to happen. I mean, because that's what I do.
right, for sure. So definitely people, and you know what? It's funny because I've heard that for a really long time, I think, in the fitness world.
And there may
So
be someone way smarter than me that thinks I'm wrong, and that's fine. Guess
I've
what?
never seen that
We
to be
can
the
all
case.
have different opinions.
We sure
But
can.
that's what I think, and they ask me, so I give my answer.
Yep. And
So
that kind of talks about too, they were asking about how much time that you do between meals. So you
oh
kind
yeah,
of touched on that too.
yeah. So I fuel within an hour or two of waking up, and every 3 to 4 hours after that until supper. Sometimes I have something after supper, but not most of the time. Simple. Boop. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I think you also recommended too in the afternoon, like that whole sipper idea, like you said, because that's helpful. I think I'm not a nighttime eater. It's never really been a thing for me, but I know it is for a lot of women.
Yeah,
That tends
I
to be
am.
the
I came from super big. Kids are asleep. Wes and I are doing whatever. He's not around. He's doing something. I'm doing something. I'm going to have a treat to reward myself for making it through the day. That's what I did for years. And it was usually Duncan Hines boxed brownie mix that I made with the girls because I'm a great mom and we're in the kitchen. I'm using Duncan Hines. Nothing wrong with it, whatever. And then I would have one of those brownies heated up with a scoop of ice cream. I mean, every night. No wonder I was the size I was, you know? And to me, that was an addiction because I could not go without it. I did something, every night because I made it through every day. Yes. And that was a hard thing to overcome with Trim Healthy, but I had a goal. When I was on the potty with Serena and Pearl and we were talking about perfectionistic mentality, and then you can also go to the all or nothing type thing. I am an all in girl. I wouldn't say I'm an all or nothing. I think there is a little bit of a difference. Again, you can
Yeah.
disagree, but I'm an all in. That doesn't mean there isn't room for right now though. I'm going to do this, you know, and then I come back to it. I'm a come back to it person. And so, you know, I was gonna do trim healthy, which meant you don't have Duncan Hines box brownies and Bluebell every night if you're a trim healthy mama. In my opinion, that's not what you do. Because my goal was to be healthy. And that is not going to give you a healthy body. But I will say the THM brownie mix is legit. That stuff is legit. And Rebel, I scoop vanilla Rebel ice cream with that. Yeah, baby. That's what I had. Did I have that on my birthday? Yes, I did. I had that on my birthday. So good. I wouldn't say
Right.
that I have it at night though. Like I wouldn't do that. I like to have my desserts. Funny, we should talk about this. I'm just now reshooting videos, teaching videos for Buds 2.0. And I just did this morning, I did the S one and I talked about desserts in the basics. I did THM basics and S. And I talked about desserts. And I think like if you're gonna have a dessert like that, like the little THM brownie and the scoop of Rebel, have it with your meal. And I like to do it where I've got my meal and my dessert in the picture with my food journaling with 8 app. I've been doing 8 app for gosh, over 6 years. You can probably go back six or more years and see what I had back then. But that keeps my nose clean because I could, you know, have supper at 5 and then at 8 o'clock every night have something heavy like nuts and chocolate chips and peanut butter, or that it's all on plan. It's all permissible, but it's not beneficial. And that's the land I live in. Is this beneficial for me? And sometimes it is beneficial because I could be making a really bad decision, you know, and I'm like, well, it's Friday. I've done great this whole week. I'm going to have this. I think that's okay. But it's the consistently having that when it's not necessary. I think that's the danger zone.
For sure. And that's that mindset. 100%. It's different. Now you're having it and you're enjoying it, and it's a different kind of joy, I think.
Yeah, it's not like I have to have it or it's a treat. I'm rewarding myself. It's just I think that I would like to have a brownie and a scoop of ice cream
Exactly.
tonight.
Exactly. Like
Nice.
it's joyful. It's not
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Oh
big
my
sigh.
gosh, this will make
Right.
me feel better. No.
Yes. Yes. I really like that all in, not all or nothing.
Yeah.
Because a
I
lot of
just came
people
up
do
with that
that.
sitting right here.
It's amazing because I
But
think that
I think that's
fits.
true. Very true.
Yeah.
I'm all
Because
in.
we get all or nothing. I get all or nothing about
Because
stuff.
I don't want to be nothing.
Right.
I don't want to be
Right.
nothing. I don't want to go there. I just want to be all in. And when it comes a time, tonight's Wes Gaskin's birthday.
That's
And
so sad.
oh, we go into the Mallard, our favorite place, which I think that was a question too.
It is.
I'll answer that in a minute. But they have bread pudding. Bread pudding. I'm saying you're hearing me correct. Bread pudding. There's no G. Delicious dessert at this restaurant. And he's probably going to want that. And I'm probably going to eat half of it. And it's going to be great. But that doesn't mean I'm not still THM. That doesn't mean that my meal is going to be pasta and fried something that's not on plan. I'm probably going to have a 100% on plan meal and have half of his dessert. If I get a drink, alcoholic drink, it will be an on plan drink, 100%. And just because I have that half serving of bread pudding tonight doesn't mean that in the morning I'm going to have something off plan because I had off plan dessert. Like, I don't do that. I don't think I really have ever had that mindset. The slash your tires thing, you know, got a hole in one, going to slash the rest of them. No, ma'am. It's crazy.
I have. There was a day. I mean, not recently, but there was a time where that's very much where I was like, okay, well, even if I did really good in the morning, but say usually for me was an afternoon snack.
Mm-hmm.
That was the afternoon. Like I was like, I want
So that
something.
was your nighttime. You got all the kids. What I
Yep.
did at night with Brownie and think that was your afternoon because your kids were probably napping.
Yep. And
Mine
it was
were
like just
spaced
like
out just right that did not happen for me very much.
and it was the call like that was the call like trying to the calm, but it was never it was usually like a ravaging kind of a thing where I'm like, oh, I just want something, and it
Yeah.
wasn't bad. And then what would happen is then dinner would come, and even though dinner may have been, I would have had the right if they were having white rice, because I'm like, oh well, my afternoon I already did, XYZ,
Slash the
and so
tires. My
yeah,
gosh. But
and
whenever
so
because now you're probably like, I'm not slashing my tires. So, like, the more you hear it from someone that you trust, the more that it's talked about. I mean, it's just like at church, the more that you hear, the more that you act it out, the less tempting it is, you
yeah,
know? And then you're firm on your non-negotiable. You're firm on what your promises that you keep to yourself. Oh,
yeah,
that's good.
it is really good. It is really good because it really is. It's so much that mindset. Amy, I mean, literally, you're enjoying it. It's enjoy. And I think that we make those decisions and we're not joyful about it.
It's emotional, but it's not the good
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah.
And you're not going to feel better
No.
because the next night you're going to try that's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. You're doing it every day, having that off plan or maybe even on plan, but too much or too, calorie abuse type thing with like a heavy S or whatever. And you think it's going to fulfill and fill a hole that you have somewhere in yourself, and it doesn't. So stop. Don't do it anymore.
And even if you get in the situation again, it's almost like just take a breath and this didn't turn out well last night, or this
Yeah.
didn't turn out well 2 days ago, or this is not what's good for me.
Right. Right.
So
That's good.
that's really good.
Yeah. Didn't even plan on that one.
I know this is so fun. I love when this happens. Like, let's see, what are we going to talk about? Let's talk about, and then it's great. So you did mention where you're going for Wes's birthday
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah, the Mallard, my favorite
Yes,
restaurant around here. I love it. And people are
yes.
like, it's really your favorite because they don't mind driving an hour to go somewhere. I don't want to do that. I'm a homebody. Ugh, I don't want to do that. Because you know what I want to do? I want to get home from the restaurant and I want to put on my jammies and I want to get under my covers in my comfy bed in my beautiful bedroom and watch TV. And you can talk about me if you want, but that's what I like to do in my own time. Wes was like, so are we going to finish such and such show or are we going to watch a movie? I'm like, it's your birthday. Do whatever. We can do what you want.
It's so great that you guys can, but that's the relationship. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's you guys, your
Yep.
relationship. And I think that's amazing. The Mallard. Okay. So tell me a little bit more about the Mallard. So is it a steakhouse, or is it like more of what
No,
would you call it?
I mean, it's got a good steak. I love their steak. As I've had steak
Okay.
at super awesome Gucci places that's supposed to have like the best steak ever. And I'm like, not impressed.
Because all I really know about the Mallard is it's the place for the fries,
The duck fat
the
fries.
unplanned fries. Yeah. But
It
like, so
has
what
a
kind of,
very small menu and it's on
okay.
a piece of printer paper,
Oh, okay.
but it is beautiful. It's just beautiful to me. It's home. You know how I talk about when I pull into the parking lot of the Trim Healthy Mama Cafe and I feel like I'm home when I go in there because everything's on plan. People like, the little girls behind the counter know who I am. And it's just so sweet. um, it feels like home at the Mallard to me. And I know some people that are around here, they're probably like, okay, weirdo. That's okay. You don't have to agree with me. Whatever. I'm in that land today. You ain't got to agree with nothing I say. This is my podcast. But anyway, I usually will they have a good fish. What was it? They have salmon sometimes. They have mahi sometimes. I can't come up with what they've had. Anyway, they've all different little fish dishes. They also have a steak. They have a prime rib. No, not prime rib. Ribeye. And then I usually get the filet. And I really like the filet. So yeah, and they have a bar, of course. People go sit there and they've got more of a dining room, and then they got high top tables that's in the room with the bar, but they also have there is an old church that's kind of attached to the front end, and you can rent that
Um,
out for parties or weddings. They have a lot of weddings there. But they also do some overflow seating during the busy season. And then have a band sometimes. So
Wow, sounds fantastic.
and the original restaurant, Wes and I went to when we were dating and everything, but it burned down. And then somebody came in and bought the business and rebuilt.
Oh wow. So are they like an all day or is it just a supper place?
It's
Is it just
Thursday,
for
Friday, Saturday.
Oh, okay.
And they
So is
will
it just
shut down for a wedding.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
So it's Thursday, but is it just dinner then, those
Yep.
3 days?
I think they might
Wow.
have a brunch on Sundays, but I've never done that because I'm at church during that time.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. That's
Yep.
very special. I think
It's
that's
very
great.
cool. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't think of any place here locally that would kind of fit that same idea
Yeah.
anymore. I know that I know there's a couple outside of Carson that do that, but no, I don't. But then I'm the same way, kind of that homebody. So I'm not. We're not, and we have little still enough to where we're not going out that much. So
Hey, our boys are spending the night with Wes's parents tonight.
enjoy your time with the
I am. And
grandparents.
Katie, yeah, y'all go right ahead. Katie's going to be a friend. And so we told Bella and Lily, we are going out to eat and then we're having a date in our room. And they were like, read you loud and clear, sis. No problem. You do you, boo.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great.
And I don't think
Well, I
either
hope
of them, even if they're home, they ain't going to care. They're going to be in their rooms doing their thing. The question though, there is a question about my favorite restaurant to eat on plan, right?
Yes. Yes, it was.
So
That was the question.
outside of that, I took my mom out to eat Wednesday because I didn't talk to my one-on-one clients this week. So I had a little more, wiggle room
Wiggle
in
room.
my schedule.
Yeah.
And so I was like, Mom, hi, hello, my name's Amy. I'm your daughter. Would you like to go have lunch? Darlene, I must spit her drink out, laughing at me. But anyway, so she wanted to go to Santa Fe. I like Santa Fe Cattle Company, I think is the whole name of that restaurant. I don't know. But they have grilled chicken. It's a grilled chicken and it usually has rice. I don't get the rice. So I get grilled chicken with a plain sweet potato and steamed broccoli. Might it have a little more than 5 grams of fat? Sure, fine. But it's still delicious. So it's a E-ish.
Mhm.
Let's not get hung up on all the details, guys.
Right.
Not like I go every day.
Is that I haven't heard of that. So is it a chain or is it not a chain?
Yes.
Is it local? It is.
Chain.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ooh, can you hear me? It's raining.
Is it?
Can you hear it? No?
I can't.
Oh, good.
Nope.
That's good.
Yeah. Like it's pouring over here.
It's pouring.
Oh, good. You guys need it. You guys
Yes,
need
we
it. You
do.
said you
It's
haven't
dusty
had
as
any.
all get out. What else we got?
Okay. So let's go to 100 strong. Let's talk 100 strong.
Okay.
Okay, so someone asked, what are you and Darlene going to do for 100 strong? And what other ideas do you have for these? So those that are going to join. Because this one's a little bit different. Like it's not a set necessarily.
Nope.
We're doing free for all.
Yep.
Like you.
Yep. So 100 strong. This is my fourth one. This is my fourth 100 strong. The first one that I did was just 100 days on plan. I didn't do strong. I did that, I think, the next year. Anyway, but I'll call it 100 strong. And people are like, hey, when's 100 strong start? Can you remind me? So I don't think I can ever stop doing 100 strong. That's fine. But it's the last 100 days of the year. And it is my guardrail. Y'all remember we did guardrails back in May? This is a guardrail that I have for myself because in the last 100 days of the year, you have Halloween, Thanksgiving, all that, a gajillion Christmas events, and New Year's. So I need something to keep me safe. And 100 Strong keeps me safe. This year, I am considering allowing myself to have an off-plan half portion dessert or something a couple of times if I want. I might not want, but I think I am going to give myself that leniency this year. There is no reason for my meal to be off plan. No reason at all. That's just the land I live in. Halloween, I can completely skip and have no problem with that. Thanksgiving, I really think I'll be fine because I'm usually kind of in charge of that, I guess. And then if if we go to grands, I can bring something. It's not a big deal. Now, Christmas is another thing. We have a huge tradition. My girls and I started this with my mom. We make tea cakes at Christmas. They're just like little cookies. And I haven't had one in several years. And I think I'm going to have one this year. But I think I would have to limit myself because they're those things. They're in the kitchen, kind of like Bella's doggone chocolate chip cookies that are the most delicious thing in the world. They're the Nestle Told House recipe, but
And it's so funny because everyone always asks whenever you post about those, everyone's like, oh my goodness, can I have a recipe? And you're like, well, it's on the bag.
Not a plan, not a plan, not a plan, but it's on the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the tea cakes, I want to say they're one of my mama's recipes, but I don't know which one. So I'll get back with y'all on that, but they're not on plan. But they're great for making shapes and using cookie cutters, and it's a really good workable dough. I have tried in the past to replicate a Christmas cookie. You can't. I don't care. I'm sorry. You're never going to convince me. I tried. I don't want to do it anymore.
You tried a lot. You tried a lot.
I don't want to do it anymore. It's stupid to me. It's so much money. Groceries are stupid expensive. I ain't wasting them on these cookies. I'll just eat a tea cake and it's gonna be fine. And it won't derail me. I'll make sure I got my protein. I might even have a baby cucumber and some berries to balance it all the magic out. But I think I might have that on Christmas Eve afternoon. That's when we really celebrate Christmas, is Christmas Eve. So anyway, that's my plan. But 100 Strong is, to me, it's home too. I think it's just a special place to be. And this year, I'm really excited to have it in a community of Mighty Networks, because last year it was just emails. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. One reason why we in a community of Mighty Networks is because so Darlene and I don't lose our marbles over this, okay? Because, oh my gosh, Amy's supposed to be going live today. Darlene, please help me find the link. And you're like, for the love, open your email, precious. So anyway, this will be on there, and we're going to make sure everybody gets in. It's going to be fine. Don't worry. But you open up your Mighty Networks app. You click the 3 lines in the top left corner. How many times have I said this? 11,000.
It's so funny. I was thinking this morning, sorry, really quick. I was thinking we need to make like a meme or a GIF or something, because that is the key. It's those 3 lines.
3 lines in the top left corner. Just like any other app, any other website, there's 3 lines in the top left corner, or there's 3 dots in the right corner. Click them. So many things happen when you do that. Just letting y'all know. Even my website. So many things that you can see. So anyway, in Mighty Networks, you click those 3 lines in the top left corner. You look at your little menu that you have there. Oh, it says 100 Strong. That's what you need. And if you're in, you can already see some things that we have for you. You get half price into holiday, which is amazing. I'm so excited about holiday.
It's amazing.
Talk about holiday, but I'm really excited about holiday.
I know. I don't know. It's like one of those sneak peeks. We should talk about holiday. I don't know if we should talk about holiday completely today, but it's going to be amazing. And it's different. And just so you guys know, 100 Strong is the only place you can get that great discount.
Yep, that's it.
If you have to join 100 Strong,
100 Strong is free.
Yep.
And you get holiday half price. Do y'all understand what we're doing here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead. So you were talking about what's inside.
Yeah. So we've got that. There's gonna be 5 live pep talks with replays. Of course, everything I do has a replay. Everything I do has a replay. Don't ask, oh my gosh, is there a replay? I can't watch live. Yes. How in the world? I am not mean. They'll be so mean. You also will never have anything taken away. The only thing that anybody will ever give me money for that's taken away is if you cancel your Blooms membership, because it's a membership. If you're not paying for it, you can't get it. Doesn't that make sense? But everything else, courses, classes, buds, you'll have it. You'll have it. What else do they get in 100 Strong? Oh, you get a tracking sheet. I've also, did you see my wallpapers I made?
I did.
Yeah, some little wallpapers you can put on your iPhone. And also we'll have check-ins every 10 days. There's also a post that's already in there where you can say what you're doing. We will have a get to know you post, but we're going to wait until closer to time to do that, just to kind of meet people or whatever. And I am fully expecting to have that 1,300 again. I am. So get with the program, folks. Come on in. We want you. Just come on over to 100 Strong to Coach Amy's house. And I'm just going
to
bring y'all all in, like my little baby chicks. I'm just going to hang on to y'all for 100 days and just take care of you. And if you want to level up and do holiday for a little extra attention, you can. It's my 6th holiday, so I know what I'm doing. I got you, boo. You can do it. You can do it.
And that really, the Mighty Networks part of this is so big, because anyone who's done 100 Strong, like you said, it was always emails. And so you had to find it, right? So if you were on the receiving side, say it was a couple days you'd email and then you had to go back, you always had to find it. And you had to, as thorough as it was, this is in one spot. Everything is in one spot.
Yep.
Like you said, access forever and ever. You can go in and you will know where all the little things are all nestled up in there. So
yep.
I think this was a great idea. This was seriously a great idea. Yeah.
Thank you. All my ideas are amazing, but that was a good one.
And it's so funny because then we're like, how did we not do this last year? Like, because it's great. I know. So it's going to be great. So please, yeah, everyone. So for ideas for people,
I want to talk about it being free.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Somebody, I had some people telling me that I should charge for it, even if it was just $5. And I did consider that. Even last year with the closing survey or whatever, I asked, I'm like, would you pay $5? And there were a bunch that said, yeah, or would you pay a minimal fee or whatever, nominal, probably a better word. Anyway, there were a bunch of yeses. There were like just a few no's. It wasn't like that was my deciding factor. But I just feel like God, He has blessed Southern and Healthy Coaching so much. And I'll be honest, this year, Buds didn't do awesome. Just to be honest, everybody, I was a little disappointed in that. But he still was so faithful to my family. And if I can offer this to hopefully 1,300 people for free and give them the hope and the motivation and the love that they deserve to show themselves love, to see the worth in their health and keep them on track for their goals, I have a little extra time. I can do that for free. Yep.
That just makes my heart burst. All the feels.
Kind of makes me want to cry. I've already cried a lot this morning. Wes, he was a little worried about me. He's like, and you're going to do a podcast today? Yeah. Have you used your hormones yet, baby? Not yet. I forgot. It was a rough morning, but I wanted to say that it's just really important to me to support women. And I know that everyone that follows me can't afford coaching, even when there's discounts, even when there's $5 things. I get that. I've been there. And so this is my gift. Yep.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And you've seen, how 100 Strong does some amazing things for people.
It does.
We have seen some people really, it changes their journey. It
shows them what they can do.
100%. Yep.
100 Strong will show you what you can do. Years ago, my theme for the year, like this year, it is, oh my stars, what is it this year?
Your level up.
Thank you. I'm sitting here looking at keeping promises from the year before, but before that, it was actually I can. And that's what actually you can. You can be on plan for Halloween. You can say no to Halloween candy. You have had Halloween candy your whole life. You can go 1 year without it. Something that Wes likes to joke with me about. I don't like being told no. I also don't like being told what I can't do. I'm like, oh, excuse me? So I'm just going to say, if Darlene said, you can't go a Halloween without eating candy, I'd be like, watch what I can't do. You just watch real quick, because I'm about to not have candy just to show you that I can do that. So get a little sassy about it. Be a little sassy. And something that I do encourage during 100 Strong is to incentivize yourself. And we talked about this a lot during my Crushing Your Goals program or course or whatever the heck it was called, challenge. I don't know. Whatever word we use, 100 strong, crushing, whatever. But incentivize yourself. If you get to day 10 and you have kept your goal, what are you going to do? Day 20, because we're going to have check-ins every 10 days in Mighty Networks, in 100 Strong. So start thinking about that. That's another thing that we will have available for you guys to read over in 100 Strong. I was trying to think if there's anything else. Prizes. Prizes. If you complete your challenge to yourself, and this is Scout's Honor. Is it this way?
I don't know.
This is Southern and Healthy Honor. We're not going to lie. But I do have a free entry to Winterbuds 2.0 challenge. Dates to be determined. A free 30-minute one-on-one call with me. A free choice of any of my courses. I have a ton of them. And then the last prize is a free level up shirt. So four women, 4 prizes, because it's 2024. We decided to do 4. And those will be something that we'll be drawing randomly at the end of 100 Strong. So you got prizes, you got half price into holiday. What else? We have the tracking sheet, we have the download wallpaper, the free live pep talks, and all the other stuff that comes with it.
Yeah, the community. Everyone's in this doing it and they're doing their thing. So what would you say do you think you're going to set yours at? Do you know yet exactly what you're going to say for the 100 days? Are you going to do anything specific, I guess?
I don't think so. I think I'm just going to I'm going to be on plan, but I'm going to choose a couple of times that I will have an off plan item with my on plan meal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If I decide I want to do that, it will be planned ahead. It will be thought out. I will share with someone that's with me in the real life. Hey, Wes, we're going to go to Grand's for Christmas breakfast. I'm going to have this off plan item. And that's all I'm going to have. And he will hold me to it. Or Lily, I might tell Lily. She definitely would hold me to it. So I think that's how I'm going to approach it. And I may be 100%, but I think I want to give myself that opportunity if I want to, especially something that my grand makes or those tea cakes. Those are just special. They're just special, And
I think what the takeaway here, what I'm taking from this is that the holidays do hold a lot of memories for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of food obviously involved in all the holidays, right, the get-togethers and all the things. So, but this is also the time of year where we can indulge a lot in all those and so being able to pick those specific things, I think is great. Cause then if not, then you could just roller coaster through all of them.
Oh yeah. Binge loser. Yeah.
Right.
And then what are you going to be doing? Having deep S for 2 weeks, trying to unload your body of blood sugar? No.
Right. So being able to pick those super special ones that maybe hold something.
Yep. And to me, like really the main part of the meal, that is not really tempting to me or anything. It's the dessert.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think just because she was asking too for more ideas of what you could do during 100 Strong. For me, I'm going to do intentional movement, and 100 days is a long time.
A lot of people have put that.
Yeah, and it's not. I don't think it necessarily needs to be. I'm not going to lift weights
every
100 days. Right. But it's literally intentional. So if it's taking a walk that I wouldn't normally have taken that day, I've thought about it. I'm like, yes, I'm going to move my body with purpose. So that's what kind of where my focus is going to be, because that's where I feel like that's how I need to level up.
I agree.
For sure.
Your coach agrees. Stamp of approval.
Yes.
If you needed it. You probably didn't.
Know, right? No, but I love it because it's and that's part of this community too. Like you're going to get people encouraging. They're going to be doing the same things. You'll know, like there's somebody else doing the exact same thing I am, or we're all working towards this great goal at the end of the year. Do you know some of the other things people are doing? I know some people are going to do 100% on plan.
Adequate hydration.
Oh, okay.
Watching the carbs I eat. That's good.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Reducing sugar. So they may not be 100% on plan yet with THM, but they want to reduce sugar and get closer. I love that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think there was the sleep, some people had said a bedtime routine.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah. And then mental peace, actively seeking mental peace on a daily basis, and that will likely include some sort of movement for me. Amen. Daily Bible study, devotion, and prayer time. That's sweet. Eat on plan foods and prep ahead. I'm committing to actually showing up for myself. Oh, that makes me want to cry. Oh, oh.
but they do. That's what this does. And I've seen it, the end results of these things.
Oh, her name is Deanna. I just have to say that out loud. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh man, that got to me. Oh,
Because
oh man.
it's powerful. It's powerful what you can do and being vulnerable and humble enough to know the area in which you need to work on.
No negative thoughts. Wow.
That isn't that step that would be.
Wow. Wow. Don't give up. Not gonna give up. Wow.
And these
No
are amazing.
alcohol. Oh, 100 days, no alcohol. Say what y'all want because y'all already do, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that. I'm already saying no to all the other stuff. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, that's funny. You go
This
ahead.
is great when you guys get in the group too and you can post. These are
Yeah.
amazing to be
And
able to put there and
you
share.
can, there's a thread. So like if Darlene posts hers, you can comment under her and have a little combo if you want to.
Yeah. It's going to be a great space.
Deanna made me cry. Woo. I don't even know who she is, but I'm proud of her.
It's amazing.
Good. How long have we been recording?
I
Long
don't
time?
know.
Probably
Yeah.
need to go. Do you have
For
anything
a
else?
minute. We have one more and
Okay.
it's about Buds 2.0. So I'm
Oh,
just going to read. I'm going to read it because that way you get the whole context.
okay,
Okay,
thanks.
so she says, I'm sort of new here. I've been following a little bit over the last year and did the Trimtastic holiday group last year.
Oh,
I've been dabbling a bit with THM over the last 5 years by myself, but I'm looking to really get on board fully. I signed up for your 100-day group and I'm looking to do buds in September. Is there anything I should do to prepare? And is this the right path to take with you to really learn trim healthy and have accountability? Looking for all the input.
this is 100% where you need to be. Buds 2.0 is where you need to be to get a solid trim healthy foundation, just in my opinion, because you're going to get a full education that is doable, that is sustainable, that is simple, no frills. I don't want to say like cut and dry, but it's simplified. And I mean, that's not just me saying it. People say that all the time. That's just not Amy's opinion because it's her group. And what's so special to me about Buds 2.0 is that if you can get registered on that first day, remind me to say what it is she needs to do to prepare. Don't let me forget that part. So if you register on September 9th, which is opening day, and you got 2 days to use your VIP discount or early bird, $45 or $40, up to you. I'd rather say $45, wouldn't you, Darlene?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So get on that wait list and that will get you the $5 off. Okay, you also get a download that's free. I don't even know what it is now. It's like 10 pages or something. All kinds of fun stuff.
Yes.
Because it's so nice. I'm so nice like that. But anyway, you come in September 9th and you do the self-paced stuff. All of my education, 4 menus with 4 live in the kitchen, that will help just kind of, it's going to level you up. You're going to level up with that. So you froze, Darlene. And so you are going to use those 2 weeks to get your education in. And then September 22nd, the first challenge will be issued, and it's going to be talking about exercise. And so we're going to do that. And also that night will be the first night that I will be reviewing your food journal, and that will all be taught to you. We will learn how to do that in the group. It is very simple. But we will be doing that for 2 weeks. And that's what I think is so special. You've got 2 weeks to learn, and then we're going to start implementing on week 3. And we will be pulling in aspects of exercise and your fueling at the same time. I will be looking at everything that you fuel with if you want me to. If you don't, that's fine. Some people be like, no thanks. That's okay. Let's work for me. And then the second week's challenge is more of mindset. And so there will be 3 live Q&As, and you will have 2 live in the kitchens that you'll have a part of. So you'll end up with 6 menus, 6 live in the kitchen, 3 live Q&As for that. And then the Q&A means question and answer, which means you ask questions and I answer. Okay. So if you have questions about your very special need, type it out or be in the live and ask the question, or you can type it out in the live. It's a Zoom, and so we all get to see each other and make friends, and it's super fun. Buds needed an overhaul, and we have overhauled her. She has,
guys, it's incredible. It is going to be incredible. And I know that I probably said that same thing about 5 times this podcast. However, this is awesome because it's also starting. The live group is starting on the 22nd, the Sunday, right? The 23rd 100 strong starts. So for the ladies like this who need, it's beautifully put together. And I don't really necessarily know if that was really planned that way originally.
It was not.
We had planned buds.
That was all the
and
Lord.
then yeah. And I was like, oh my
And I
goodness,
was like,
we were
Darlene,
talking
it's
about
going
it.
to start the day before. Oh my gosh, that's 100 strong.
I know. And
Because
it's
the
gonna
last
be
100 days of the year are the last 100 days of the year.
it's September 23rd, people. September 23rd. But it's gonna be great. So like for the specific lady who asked, this is perfect because if you're trying to get refocused or if you don't know Trim Healthy well enough, Buds is the perfect place to be. And this 100 days, it's beautifully put together. It'll I can't wait to see change that people are going to experience for sure.
It's going to be
it is.
It
is. And that
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, that daily accountability too, because I think that's part of people like say for me when I joined coaching with you and I thought I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. But usually in your buds you have review week for just 1 week. Okay, so this is 2 weeks. If you can post your picture of what you're doing, and if you're doing something consistently too, and maybe you don't really necessarily know that it's not great, this could be the answer for you to figure out where something's going awry. And so to be able to participate in that, I think would be huge for people. So if you get in there, again, you don't have to do the review. You don't have to. But I think that's a huge asset for 2 weeks.
Yep. So I've had a lot of blooms ask if I think they should do it. And I'm like, if you have the extra dollars in your budget, I think you would be crazy not to do it. Just jump in. You don't have to do the self-paced stuff because if you're a bloom, you should. It's not new information. It's just reconfigured. But those 2 weeks of the live group, I think are going to be amazing. So jump on in.
Because what is it? I mean, really more of a one-on-one kind of feel to it. Yeah. So if you need some tweaking and you think that you're doing things okay.
I have cleared my calendar. Like y'all are my priority those 2 weeks, like Buds 2.0 people. Like this is going to be a lot of work, but I have seen that this is so needed for my girls. And once again, let's do it. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah. So what do you need to do to get prepared? You need to block off time starting September 9th to do the work. You can't start September 22nd and say, well, I paid for it and I absorbed it all by osmosis because my bank account paid for it to Coach Amy. No, ma'am. That's not how this works. You actually have to watch the video. You got to read the words and you got to think about it and you got to implement. And so we're going to be learning for 2 weeks and implementing for 2 weeks. And if you want to continue with Blooms, you will have a good discount that you can join after a certain amount of time. I don't ever remember those details. That's her job. But it is a community that is going to get you straight.
Yep. And by doing that, then you guys have 3 lives where you can, once you're prepared and you've blocked off that time and you've read the content and watched the things and absorbed as much as you can, that those 3 weeks of lives, you can come with your specific question because you want to be able to implement what you learn and you'll be able to ask her. And so
Now, if somebody comes on there and asks me what an S meal is, I'm going to say, you need to go to your learning hub and watch that teaching video. Next. I'll do
right.
it in a
Yep.
heartbeat.
Because this is diving in. This is like these
Yep.
lives are diving in to get you solid. It's so so excited. It's so
I'm
good.
so
And I just
excited. One of my friends, she was like, did it kind of hurt your feelings to have to redo buds? I was like, no, girl, I've been doing this for 5 years. That girl needed a freshening up. She needed her hair trimmed. She needed to get her face done. She needed a new outfit and a little upgrade on that girl. This is so much more efficient. Don't you think?
yes, I do. I 100% do.
I'm excited.
Me too. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good month.
Yeah. Thank you, Darlene. I imagine your
Yes.
natives are getting restless.
I'm just sort of standing there. But this is so good. This is great. I'm glad.
All
Glad
right,
we got
guys.
to these
So
questions.
I don't know if we've convinced you or not, but if you feel like you need to do 100 strong and or buds 2.0, we will have links for you all over the place. They're also on my website. What is mine? Southern and Healthy Coaching is my website. I'm like, what's my website? Southern and the word Healthy Coaching. And if this has blessed you, please like puffy heart wherever you saw it and put a comment and let other people know about it by sharing it, because I can only get things so far and y'all help me spread the love. Thanks. You want to tell them bye?
I do. Have a good day, you guys.
Bye, y'all.